We gotta get you to a hospital.
I know. In the meantime, Powers has to get us some intel on Western Canada. Sarkisian plans to launch a poison gas attack on the U.S.
Welcome to Second Class Cinema, the show where we watch a B movie and immediately discuss. I'm Tom. I'm here with Eric, Brittany, and Tyler.
Hello.
Hi. Yo, what's up?
What's up, Tyler?
Tyler.
Welcome back.
Good to be back again, as always.
Yeah, you're coming off of quite the day, actually, right? You did a lot of flexing.
I did a lot of flexing yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did some flexing today. Nothing crazy, though. Kind of dialed it back today.
Some
No,
cash flexing.
no award-winning flexing today.
Flexing today.
We're talking run-of-the-mill flexing.
Yeah.
Yeah, just regular flexing today.
For those of you who don't know, Tyler's very strong. So tonight we watched quite the confusing scenario, actually.
What did we watch? I don't know yet.
I think I just realized what we watched, and what we watched was Shadow Warriors 2, Assault on Death Mountain, even though the whole time we were under the assumption we were watching Shadow Warriors 1 and or Assault on Devil's Island. And I think I came in here, I put IMDb on, and I read stuff, and it was not the movie we watched. And I was like, wait a minute. And then there was a second one, and that synopsis lined up with what we watched. But, in fact, I did purchase the Shadow Warriors DVD that I'm looking at in my hands right now. It is Shadow Warriors. That's what it says.
Well, I do have a question before we dive into this. I don't remember seeing the actual movie title in the
Me
credits.
either. Now that you say it,
And I was
holy
going to
shit.
ask you guys
Wow.
if any of you saw the actual movie
Were we
title.
just sleeping on that one, or
No.
did it not
If
exist?
we did, it was like when he was having that weird PTSD session, and it just kind of got slipped under the radar.
Because I saw everything else.
Yeah.
I saw Terry Hulk Hogan. I saw
Yeah.
Carl Weathers. I saw the production companies presents.
No, I don't. I mean, and this is a made-for-TV movie series. I think both of these were made for TNT.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they just didn't have title screens and were just throwing up stuff during the commercial breaks, like you're watching Shadow Warriors 2 on TNT.
That's a good point.
So I don't know. But either way, I didn't realize I was confused until I figured out how confused I was.
Until after the movie was over.
Until it was all done.
I understand this perfectly. Wait a minute.
So why'd you make us watch this, Tom?
All right, so it was my pick, and I wanted to get back to my old ways of starting to comb through the DVD collection that I have accrued over the last 10 years. And this was one of them. And actually, I had some assistance picking this one. A friend, Andrew, had come over, and he doesn't know a lot about bad movies or B movies or anything like that.
So he's normal.
So he's a normal person, normal functioning man, and he looked through all of the movies, and I was like, you know what? Just pick 8 titles that stand out to you, and I'll pick from that 8. And this was one of them, and this is Shadow Warriors starring Hulk Hogan, Carl Weathers, and Shannon Tweed. And so I picked this one. There's other movies in there. There was Gary Daniels' Black Friday. There was
Brittany would have thrown herself out of a window if we watched a Gary Daniels movie.
There was a Richard Grieco movie in there, something about revenge.
Nice.
I almost did that one. There was a Van Damme 5-pack, but I was like, that's like A-list movie. So
For us, we don't watch good things.
Exactly. Okay, so I guess we'll go into what this movie's about.
Tom, what was this movie about?
Thank you.
I know someone has to prompt you when you're the host.
Thanks, appreciate that. So a group of 4 ex-military people, all of which are Hulk Hogan, Carl Weathers, Shannon Tweed.
All of which are Hulk Hogan.
All of which are Hulk Hogan. That's all that matters.
Stop talking. Let's pitch this idea right now to Hollywood. Let's pitch it to Hollywood, Hogan.
All right, guys. Cut the crap. We're here. All right. So these 4 people, they now are kind of mercenary kind of people.
They're an A-team.
Yeah,
Let's
they're an
A-team.
That's perfect. A-team. Yeah. They're an A-team. They get hired to do a bunch of good deeds for people now. I guess I really wish this was the first one.
Deeds.
Well, yeah. They got hired to save that girl's daughter for the first hour of the movie. That meant nothing.
Yep.
And then see, now that totally I don't understand.
I was gonna say, why did they bother establishing who they were if there was already prequel of this movie.
Yeah, this was definitely what led to some confusion here. And then, so the main story is there was this flashback that Hulk Hogan was having to this terrible situation where a bunch of his men got killed by this poison gas, and the guy who made this poison gas was going to bomb Seattle with it, and they had to stop him.
Because Fraser was still on the air, and they needed to see how it ended.
Because this movie came out in 1997 or 9 or something.
Who knows?
Yeah.
I kept thinking, like, I have no idea what's going on. And then I would just be like, no, it's just as simple as I think it is.
Yeah, that doesn't matter.
I actually have one thing written down here, and that I wish everything in my life was as simple as this movie was. I truly do.
Okay, you clowns, cut the crap.
I have, like,
Let's-
little to nothing written down about this.
I-
just going to throw that out there.
I actually have I've more written down than I have in the last few weeks, actually, which is
Weird,
odd,
because
which is
there's
odd.
nothing to this movie.
Yeah, no, I guess I just felt a lot of stuff watching it. I don't know. I guess none of which was truly positive. The truest positive to this movie was Carl Weathers and his bicep. Just the one. No, he was muscular, and he finally took his shirt off about an hour in.
He was really good at being strong. Yeah, we know.
Really good at being strong. Carl's weather. So that was my positive. Was him.
All right.
I thought the action sequences in the desert were pretty good.
Yep.
Okay.
Laugh him out of the room. Okay.
I'll back that up. There was some quality stuntman work in this movie.
That was my next one.
yeah.
The death cells were ideal.
Well, it's a Hulk Hogan movie. The people that are facing against Hulk Hogan have to sell their deaths.
Yeah.
Hulk
They did
Hogan will no-sell everything, including being shot at point-blank range.
Yeah. Like you had guys jumping and then landing on other guys. And then you had the classic, like when guys were getting shot up, they would fire in the air.
Oh yeah.
As they were dying.
People doing grenade flips.
Oh yeah.
Like, the stunt work in this was pretty reminiscent of, like, Commando.
Okay.
Like,
It was,
I felt like
yeah.
it was on that level. It was pretty good.
It was a lot of it. A lot, which
Yeah,
is appreciated.
They did the classic, like, explosions going off in back of the guys that are, like, jumping forward and, like, dying to their deaths and all that.
Yeah, I'll buy that.
I had no positives.
You had nothing?
Yeah, that's actually, we pretty much just covered everything I had.
Really?
I can't guarantee that I wasn't asleep for this entire movie.
That has happened in the past. And it probably will
The
happen
past
again.
2 hours.
I don't know. I'm not sure this.
It's not that I didn't like it. It's just there's not much really to say that there's much to like about it.
I agree. And what I would like to say is, like, I mean, we have watched and turned off other made-for-TV movies, right? Like Nightmare on Bitter Creek or whatever that one was. I think there's a few more that we've purchased that we've put on that we could not even stand for a moment.
Yeah, I think we went through, like, you have like a 20-pack with 5 movies on each disc, and I think we
Yes.
went through an entire disc once, like in under the course of an hour. We were like, nope, no.
I feel like the only reason we got through this was because Hulk Hogan is in it.
Really? You don't think it was that Carl Weathers was in it?
I would argue it had nothing to do with either of them, because one of my negatives is that they barely do anything in this movie.
One of my negatives is that no one does anything.
No one does do anything. This movie reminds me of something that I would have watched with my dad on, like, a weekend afternoon where we were being super lazy, like, in childhood.
Like a Saturday at 1 p.m. movie.
Yeah, and you think it's cool, but you're wrong.
It's pre-reality TV, garbage TV.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
completely.
Yeah, and I still think, I
It's
guess
a dad movie.
Oh, for sure.
1000%.
It's at a higher standard than I think the reality television. So I feel like I'd rather watch movies like this constantly over all the garbage that's on television now.
Definitely.
But yeah, I mean, I guess another wrapped up in the no one's doing anything negative. I guess I'll say everything is stupid as well.
No one did anything, and the movie was stupid.
The most.
That's Tommy's review, age 8.
I wish I was 8 when this. Actually, I was 8 when the first one came out. No, I just this. I'm not sure. Everything just so conveniently happened. I don't like that. I don't like when movies do that, and everything is just like there's a convenience factor to everything that's happening. Like it seems lucky.
I have one more positive. I know we're
Oh.
negative.
Sorry. What's up?
Well, I mentioned this earlier to Eric, but I thought the Goon game was pretty strong.
Oh, right.
Oh, okay. All right. So, well, this actually brings up a good topic of conversation. Now, if a Goon game is strong, is that a movie success?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I think so. I think especially in a movie like this where the only thing carrying it from scene to scene is the action sequences, like the fight sequences and the gun shootouts and all that stuff. The amount of goons in this movie made it so strong.
Yeah, this was a quantity over quality goon.
Oh, for
I
sure.
think.
But there were some quality goons.
There were a few quality goons.
We had variety and quality.
Yeah, I mean, there was. They went to Canada, right? And there was like a whole construction site where everyone had an assault rifle, and they must have mowed through like 35 Canadian construction workers.
Oh, easily. Yeah.
All being blown up and tossed around all of Canada.
And we were in Saudi Arabia where there were countless terrorists just coming out of nowhere and just dying.
Yeah. And then we had suited German goons in the first act.
Yep.
That's real.
We had like a good variety of action movie goons.
That's
and they
true.
invented a new one in the Canadian construction guys.
That's true. I had not seen Canadian construction guy goon before, and you can definitely tell they were Canadian, which is
Jean jackets and flannel.
yeah. That was pretty sweet, I must say. All right, so we touched on, I mean, unless we want to add to Goon
Sorry, I got no more positives. I just wanted to bounce back to positives before we went all out negative.
before I went too far into the negatives. Goon Game, always good. Now back to negatives. I have bared my soul. It's stupid.
I didn't write down any positives or negatives.
So what did you write down?
I wrote down Hulk looks like Tarzan. This movie has a telescope.
Hey!
It's got a Tyler scope.
That's right.
Tyler Scope.
Tyler Scope.
If Tyler's here and we're watching a Hulk Hogan movie, you better expect to see a telescope.
And we did.
Yeah.
Yeah, why does it always happen with movies you're on for? It's so weird.
Telescope, dude.
Do you think Hulk Hogan owned a telescope and he was so proud of it? He was like, I'm not doing the movie unless the telescope gets a spot, brother.
I like looking at the stars, brother. All right. Okay. What else did you have written down?
Sunday weekend, lazy dad movie, and then I had one favorite part.
Okay, and then hold the favorite part.
Yeah. And under questions, I wrote everything, but that's really facetious.
Well, look at you. All right. What about Tyler? What do you have for failures?
So this is the worst.
Movie I've ever seen.
No, definitely not.
One small failure.
Definitely not. Definitely not.
Definitely not even the worst movie we've seen for the podcast.
No, this is definitely the worst I've seen Hulk move,
Oh my God.
like in a movie. He was limping, and you could so blatantly tell who was Hulk and who wasn't when it came to stunt doubles. He was moving the worst I've ever seen him. Like, I'd have to go back and watch old WCW like matches of him during this time period in order to put myself in that headspace of how terrible his knee was and his back was. Like, he could barely move in this movie.
Yeah.
Well,
was
he was
awful.
dying for most of it, right?
Yeah, before
at the
then.
end, sure. But,
Yeah, he ate a bad calzone and he had to really shit. No one let him in the
but
bathroom.
the fight sequences with like the skywalk thing, like, he was just like, ugh.
High noon at Mega Mountain.
Yeah, he was
Sad.
moving terribly.
He was stiff. Wasn't good.
He needed to do some DDP yoga.
Man. If only DDP Yoga came out 20 years ago for poor Hulk. That would have helped. Poor Hulk
You can use some of
Hogan.
his Gawker money and buy new knees.
Yeah, that's probably a pretty good idea. You should probably do that.
Before I truly realized it was a made-for-TV movie, I did write down, it feels like a daytime soap.
Okay.
Totally.
Well, we figured that out pretty quick.
Yeah, we did, but
Probably like 12 shots in. Like,
Yeah.
it's made for the frame rate thing was a little weird.
yeah, I wrote it down pretty quick. I was like, oh, this feels like a daytime. Like, the first thing I wrote was Terry Hulk Hogan.
I thought that was interesting.
And then immediately afterwards, daytime soap feel.
And also, that was at the moment where Eric exclaimed that this movie was Hulk Hogan being haunted by stock footage.
Well, it's true.
And it was
it's him
very
looking scared and then pictures of people suffering that we haven't seen before nor will we ever see.
Oh, it was great. I love it.
His hair in this movie was the weirdest thing.
Do you think that's why he looked so off balance? Because his hair was like throwing him off? He's used to not having hair on that side of his face.
So his equilibrium was like off.
His hair was like Nick Cage and Connor. That's what I
Yeah, kind of was, wasn't it?
Like everybody, but even at this point, everybody knew he was bald. Like, what? You doesn't have to try.
I don't think he knew.
Yeah, I don't think he knew yet. I think he was still holding on.
He's like, "What's that? Take it away from me."
Yeah.
Cover it up.
Eric, what about you for failures?
I think this movie adheres a little too closely to the 3-act structure. And that it literally has like 3 separate half-hour acts, and it makes the movie feel really disjointed. Like there's that whole first half hour where they're rescuing some kidnapped daughter from her abusive father or something, and it has nothing to do with the rest of the movie's plotline, which has to do with like poisonous gas held by terrorists. They're going to nuke Seattle. Has nothing to do with it. But my theory with this is that like this was maybe going to be a TV pilot. And like it just tanked. Like they were just like, no, we're not gonna make a TV series out of this. Are you fucking kidding? And so they just strung it together into like one movie that they just showed in an afternoon, so Brittany and her dad could see it.
Definitely what happened.
I wish it was true. I wish that was true.
But you know what? As a TV show, I feel like this would work. I might not mind watching this once in a while.
I think I totally agree with that. As a movie series, I don't think this is anything that I'd want to revisit. As maybe if there was season 1 of a show called Shadow Warriors that went through everything that these guys went through over the course of one season, I think I would probably watch it.
And then it gets canceled before the season finale, and you don't know how it ends.
Yep. And then they reprise the show 20 years later.
A show for everyone who watches like Walker, Texas Ranger.
Yeah.
Same demographic.
Like Conan O'Brien would be making fun of this on the air.
MacGyver reruns.
This was like the Dave Dragon show.
Yeah. Yeah, this is actually starring Dave Dragon.
From Three Ninjas.
I like this meta universe we're coming up with for Hulk Hogan and his characters. I'm a big fan.
I don't know if we're diving into questions yet, but I have a
Ask away.
I have a key question, and
question.
This just came up just now, like so fresh.
All right.
So, if this is Shadow Warriors 2,
okay,
which we are now led to believe,
I believe this is Assault on Death Mountain.
Was Shadow Warriors 1?
All right.
Sarkeesian killing all of Hulk's guys.
Whoa.
Like that he was flashing back to.
That's a good point.
Logically, I would say yes, but knowing how this movie was structured, probably not.
That could have just been some shit that came out of nowhere.
I don't think it was, because I'm looking at the cast list for the first one, and I don't see that person.
Well, they used that whole plot line where the bad guy got plastic surgery to look different. So do you think there was a different actor in the first movie? They said, well, we can't get him again for the second one.
Did he have the same name, though?
Probably Sarkeesian.
Yeah.
No, wait. I thought the names changed.
They did change too, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he was Reynolds in the second one, though.
Right. Yeah.
It was Sarkeesian, like, originally.
All right, we fucked up big, though, because Billy Blanks is in the first one.
What?
Oh, damn.
We're gonna have to
Wait,
watch
hold on.
watch
Stop podcast. Don't release this. We're going to go watch the first one
I was
right
gonna
now.
say we should. Billy Drogo's in it.
In the first one.
Is he billed pretty high?
I'm coming
is he
back,
huge?
I
and
mean,
we're
like,
going to watch
top
Shadow
10.
Warriors 1.
Yeah,
well,
we should like fucking shelve this.
Well,
episode.
Well, you know what? Also, so in the midst of my confusion, I went on the IMDb message boards, and apparently someone else has had this same confusion, and they broke it down for everyone.
Oh, okay. Do tell.
They need to label their films much better.
Yeah, they were
do.
saying like, hold on, I took a picture of it. Hold on. Give me a second here. Just give me 1 second here.
Okay, 1 second.
Just
Juan.
one more. Oops, I went to my camera, not my gallery. Fuck.
You are an incompetent human
God damn
being.
it! I hate my phone. Shit, I'm in the wrong album now.
This is really good podcasting.
Shit, dude. I didn't even take a picture of it. What the fuck?
Didn't you go pro podcast sometime?
What?
Didn't you go pro?
I went pro.
All right.
I thought so. Anyway, someone was talking about how like everyone's confused about these two movies and that all the marketing for this did not help. And that the Shadow Warriors 1 DVD is like super rare.
Really?
Yeah, and the Shadow Warriors 2 DVD is like
$1.
Not even Shadow
the flea
Warriors.
market.
It's $4 at Movie Stop. Is not even the Shadow Warriors 2 DVD apparently, and that I got suckered into that situation where
I'm more confused than I was before.
Yeah. What?
Well, I'm just the marketing confused the audience.
So the movie we watched isn't actually Shadow Warriors 2?
Well,
No,
I
it
didn't.
is.
I didn't.
It
It
is.
was, but I did not pay for Shadow Warriors 2. I bought Shadow Warriors.
Okay, here's what we do. We go down to Movie Stop, kick down the door, say, hey, listen, I paid for Shadow Warriors 1.
They're going out of business. They'll probably just give it to us.
I think that you
Yeah,
guys-
take all the Hulk Hogan movies you want. We can't give these away.
I wonder if they would. I'll do them a favor. Give me all your Hulk flicks.
Be
But
like,
no.
oh, yeah, you're the guys that come in and buy a Van Damme movie every week.
You're the
Go
guy.
for it.
You're the guy who goes to the front shelf and buys all the 50-cent movies. That's me. Yeah. I don't know. I'm still confused. I just know that we watched Shadow Warriors 2, and I kind of wish that the flashbacks were from Shadow Warriors 1.
I hope so.
I do too.
I don't think they were because he looked older in the flashback. True story.
So, I mean, does that answer the question?
I feel like I have a whole lot of questions. I don't know how to phrase it.
I don't even remember your original question.
Well, mine was basically like you basically answered it, Brett. Was Shadow Warriors 1 the original Sarkeesian story? Essentially.
Okay, yeah.
But apparently it wasn't. Which is fine. I just think it would have been smarter if it was.
Yeah, maybe he was like a side character in the
Is
first
there
one.
Shadow Warriors 3?
Oh my god!
And by the way, chronologically, it's the first one.
Starring Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
And he's a football player. Oh, that was so good.
In the first one, Hulk Hogan is a happy-go-lucky college student trying to stop his mad scientist professor from destroying the world.
Could stop talking and start writing.
Oh, wait, that's real genius. Sorry, my bad.
I still loved it.
Any other questions or general comments before we move on to favorite parts?
Hell no.
No.
Nah, I think I'm good.
Okay. All right. Favorite parts then. I've got a few.
I will just say my one because it's everyone's favorite part.
All right. So say it then.
Hulk Hogan closes in on an encampment of enemy soldiers in the desert, opens fire on everyone with automatic weapons, and then screams, "Everybody be cool. I just want to talk to Jamal." It was great.
First of all, we have no context for who Jamal is.
Nope.
No.
No.
Nothing.
Well, what
No
was
idea.
what was really enjoyable about that was the scene prior ended with Carl Weathers going, "I think I know where he is," and then they like cut to
Saudi
like
Arabia.
Saudi Arabia, like, what?
middle of the desert.
Oh yeah, that's right.
What?
Fucking Mike McBride loves going down to Saudi Arabia and laying into some terrorists.
He does
How the
this.
hell did he even
always
get there?
does this.
He swam.
Oh, all right.
Oh yeah, he swims.
He swims over to Saudi Arabia, he
Swims
does
to
a
the
quick
desert.
9 holes, and then he kills some terrorists.
Oh yeah, that part was. We rewound it, watched it. That was
over the top.
the best action sequence in the whole movie.
I wish they had like the Carmen Sandiego map to show where like everybody was going.
It was like Hulk's face,
Yeah.
guiding us there the whole time.
The Indiana Jones gimmick.
One of my favorite parts was right out of the gate during the credit sequence where we get introduced to Hulk Hogan and then the rest of the Shadow Warriors, and we get introduced to Carl Weathers, who is getting his own like chiseling montage where he's like chiseling like marble
Yep.
or stone or something. I'm not sure what he's doing, and then he stops and helps this lady find her daughter. But like, what was he doing with this? Is he sculpting
We
with that?
never see him do anything artistic ever again.
No.
Which is also lending more credence to my idea that this was a failed pilot and he was going to be doing artistic stuff over the course of the series.
Well, he never did anything artistic ever again because he never did anything ever again.
Because no one did
For the
anything.
rest of the
Because everything was stupid.
And what was Hulk doing in that originally? Was he meditating?
What the fuck? He had like his own thing.
Yeah.
He was doing his own. We got introduced to him in his own way,
Yeah.
which was having like wacko flashbacks and
Right.
being a part of the whole deal there.
Yeah. That was weird.
But yeah, that was one of mine. Eric, what about you?
Favorite parts?
Yeah.
If we're going to go back to Goon Game, there was a Canadian goon that looked like Lloyd Christmas.
Yeah,
And he sold that super fucking hard. Like
was
he went
great.
like when he got shot, he went like triple chin, and he just like slow motion like dropped to the ground. It was so fucking good.
I feel like he did it in slow motion, and then
And then they
slowed
shot it in slow
and
motion.
then they slowed it down and post still.
Everything was just extra slow.
Yeah.
That was fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just say as a favorite part, I mean, the Canadian goons were definitely near and dear to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also like that near the end of the movie, everyone's running around like they have a calzone, like just burning in their stomach.
I know we definitely heard someone scream calzone. I mean, like, that was not a figment of my imagination.
Sarkeesian definitely screamed calzone before he invented his own apple juice. After he stole the recipe from Mott's.
So he can launch it into space for the Astromots program.
Oh, God.
Mott's for knots.
Yeah.
Fuck, I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, well, it's not important. I guarantee it.
If it was about this movie, it couldn't possibly be.
That's a really good point.
Any words spent on this movie.
Oh,
is-
yeah. I was so annoyed about how the Sarkeesian,
Yeah, sure.
was that his name? Sarkeesian
Yeah.
was like holding the antidote and was like, oh, you don't want to kill me because I'm holding this plastic syringe. We were like, why is he not just shooting him? I don't
Plastic.
understand.
And then it's floating at the end anyway.
Yeah. He's like throws it overboard and laughs like a smart guy. Hulk's just like, oh, okay.
Yeah, he threw it like 2 inches away.
It's like floating, too. That, go ahead. It backs the theory of everything is stupid for me. So, just want to let you know that.
Oh, God. I'm actually surprised I had this much to say about this movie.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. People say that sometimes. All right.
This movie has reduced us to monosyllabism.
Yeah. It is. Yeah. And we honestly, we had a long day. A lot of energy expended today, and then came home and just fucking ate ice cream and watched this thing. So that's what happened in our lives. So let's rate it. So let's rate it then.
Yeah, I'm going to go with
Yeah,
fuck
I'm going to
you.
have to give it an unfortunate fuck off.
Oh my god, my fucking father.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
All right, guys, let's rate Shadow Warriors 2, Assault on Death Mountain, Assault on Death Mountain. That's the one. Shadow Warriors 2, that's what we watched from 1999. Let's rate it.
All right.
Eric?
I don't want you to confuse this for a fuck yeah. I'm going to give it a fucking yeah, sure.
Okay. That's different than that's a
This is
fucking
much yeah, sure. All right.
Okay, why?
With the context that this is made for TV, and if I watched it in a half-hour chunk, pretty enjoyable. It's not the best action choreography, but honestly, if you go back and watch Commando, the choreography in that is not that great either. Like, it's kind of on par with what's going on here. And, I mean, I still enjoy Commando a lot. It's mostly just Arnold, like, one-arming a machine gun and shooting people, and that's really all this is, too. So, I mean, if you just turn your brain off and watch this, it's pretty fun. It's got solid goon game.
Yep.
I mean, I'm certainly not going to say it's the best action movie. In fact, it's pretty bad. But it's watchable and it's fun, and
In fact, it's terrible.
it's kind of what I want in a really dumb action movie. I'm okay with it being stupid.
Yeah, I can agree with you there. I can agree with that. Tyler? Oh, Brittany. No.
Nope. Yes, first.
Tyler?
Fucking fun.
Fucking fun.
Turn your brain off. Watch it. It's good for one time. I probably won't ever go see it again. But I would like to see Shadow Warriors 1.
Yeah.
Well, with Billy Blanks in that one, I would definitely like to watch
And
it.
if it's like close to this or worse, I'm all right with it. But if they went and made a second one, it's got to be better than this one.
I hope it's a great kind of worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe hopefully it would be more cheesy, I think.
Yeah, I would watch endless hours of this, but I would never rewatch a single second of it.
Sure. Yeah. Absolutely. I think that's like a perfect summation. It's like you said, if it was a show, I'd give it a once over.
Yeah.
Like all the way through.
You're not buying the DVDs.
I'm not
though.
buying the DVDs. I'm not watching it on Netflix later. I'm not watching reruns, but I'll watch it once all the way through.
I'll watch it on PAX.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes. And if you miss like 7 episodes, it doesn't matter.
Who cares?
Not me.
You're not going to watch it on PAX? What are you going to give it?
I'm going to give it a fucking fine.
Wow.
Like, watch it on a Sunday. If you're going to watch. First of all, don't.
First up, call your dad.
Call your dad up on a rainy Sunday when you have nowhere to be and watch it while you simultaneously take 20-minute naps on the couch. That's like the type of movie this is for me. Wasn't the best, wasn't the worst. It just exists in a void of mindless action.
Yeah. I'll say that in comparison to the other TV movies we watched, it is up there. Like TV movie execution. Cast, action, not too bad. I will also give this a fucking fine. I feel like I enjoyed my time watching it. more than I may have potentially wanted to talk about it, though.
Yeah.
I wish I could have just seen this and moved on.
Yeah, I was like, I didn't take a lot of notes. It was kind of just like there.
Yeah, and now we have forced ourselves to go just under 30 minutes on it.
Oof. It's a short one.
It is short. I
Well,
loved it. Yeah, so I mean, I'm actually really surprised at our rating, considering the mood that I think this movie
Put us on?
presented us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I feel like we all laughed throughout.
We
Oh,
did.
We
and,
did.
and when we all laugh throughout, it's okay.
But I feel like it was
It is
a
okay.
case of we are making this movie better than it is
Totally.
by
Oh, yeah.
watching it
Totally.
together.
Deaf.
Totally.
Well, that's what friends are for, and that's what coming up with, all these crazy. It's a TV show scenario because now, like in my head, I like it because I've made up all this bullshit surrounding it. Like if this and then this and then this and then it's not bad, and then that's how it lives in my head forever.
Well, think about how much mystique this movie has anyway, because you bought it thinking it was Shadow Warriors 1.
It is true,
But it's
which is
really,
bullshit.
I
but
know, it
it's-
just says Shadow Warrior.
It just says Shadow War, and then I was like, okay,
on
well,
the DVD menu it said Shadow Warriors. It didn't even
it
didn't
did.
even say Shadow Warriors 2 on the DVD menu.
that's bullshit.
And we didn't get a title in the title sequence.
Man, I got screwed. I got screwed.
Maybe the
I-
first Shadow Warrior is such a good Shadow Warrior that it was like, hey, listen, you can buy this one over here. And then it stayed hidden in plain sight.
Oh my god,
I know, and it doesn't even say like follow up to
no, like
or like together again.
no, it just says like like the first word in the synopsis on IMDb for the second one is pals. So they're just like pals that you know what I mean? Like they've
I wonder
Just palling around.
if the first one maybe has like some licensing issues and they were just like, fuck it, we'll just sell the second one as the first one
Maybe
because
they
it'll
didn't
probably sell
get
better.
distribution rights for the first one
Yeah.
or something like that.
Maybe it
Something
never saw the
weird like
light
that.
of day.
It was probably on TNT.
it's definitely on TNT at some point.
Maybe they just never really put it into DVD sales whatsoever.
Maybe.
So the only ones that they sell are the ones that people ripped
True.
from TV.
Could be.
Who are those poor souls?
Yeah. Well, actually, I mean, I guess that movie we watched, we didn't watch the TV version, but The Rats felt like a TV movie, did it not?
Yeah, that's
Did.
true.
Now, what did we like more? Did we like The Rats or did we like Shadow Warriors?
Rats.
I don't know if it's nostalgia poisoning, but I think I like The Rats more.
I'd have to revisit Rats.
It's like rats.
But it's like Rats.
Nothing like swan diving into a pool full of rats.
I feel like the Rats would have a better highlight reel, but I think this has a better start to finish.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Good distinction. Any final thoughts, ladies and gentlemen, on Shadow Warriors with Terry Hulk Hogan?
Final farts.
Any final thoughts?
What's
Eric?
I'm just curious. What's our next Hulk Hogan pick going to be?
I mean,
I always want to see Suburban Commando.
that's true, but I mean, so
I've also never seen that.
we do have Shadow Warriors 1.
True.
Also,
Because we haven't been meaning return to Billy Blanks.
That we're
That's
obviously
true.
going to invite Tyler on.
well,
of
no
course.
matter what Hulk Hogan movie it
I'm
is.
pretty sure every Hulk Hogan movie that you guys watch, I'm here for.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
we
was-
can't not have him.
That's now this is the third one. The first one was Three Ninjas, High Noon at Mega Mountain. The second was Santa with Muscles. Third is now Shadow Warriors.
So it's a fish.
And also so Shadow Warriors 1, Shadow Warriors 2, and this movie called The Ultimate Weapon starring Hulk Hogan, all directed by the same guy. Boom, boom, boom.
What
one
year
a year.
did that come out?
1998. One a year. So Hogan was cranking these out. Now I'm curious to see The Ultimate Weapon as well.
I do have one last thought.
Okay.
How do you guys feel about Hulk Hogan playing a relatively serious role as opposed to a more comedic one? Because I feel he's actually much better in a serious role than he is as a comedic factor. Because his comedic timing is horrible.
That's
He's awful.
Yeah, he is cringeworthy when it comes to comedy. At least now it's just like
In this, he's just kind of
Stupid.
gritty and forgettable.
Yeah, I feel like his line delivery, no matter what type of character he's playing, is just awful.
Yeah.
It's the same.
It's just
It's the same
terrible.
every
It's
single
so
time.
wooden and like unemotive.
yeah, it's memorized lines.
But to some extent, it does work in this because comedic roles require like some sort of like understanding of the material and like some wit and timing.
Yeah.
And this, you can just be a gritty, dumb, tough guy, and your movie's stupid, but at least it makes sense.
Yeah, true.
For our purposes, though, I do feel like him in comedic roles are a little bit better.
Oh,
Yeah, I think they're more
because
fun
you'd
to
be like,
watch.
oh no.
Oh. But you think someone who's got so much charisma in the ring and stuff, actually knows like timing and performance. Unless he's only good at being Hulk Hogan.
I'm pretty sure he's only good at being Hulk Hogan.
All he's good at doing.
That's it, man.
That's it.
And
he wasn't even good.
He's not even that good at that.
He wasn't even good at being Hollywood Hogan.
Yeah.
He was only good at being the Hulkster.
And even for Hollywood Hogan, he wasn't even that good at Hollywood.
No. He was really bad at Hollywood. So, I mean, he was making TV movies in like 2 years after he was Hollywood Hogan. Okay. We're done.
Sure are.
Yeah, I
Wrap it
know.
up.
You guys have Game of Thrones to watch, so you want to kick us out as soon as possible.
Yeah, I can't believe this movie is eating into our Game of Thrones time.
Sorry, guys.
Holy shit.
Hold on, I have 20 more thoughts about Hulk Hogan in this movie. I have a bulleted list, excuse me. Number 1, what did you think of his stubble? Number 2,
Gritty.
Why do you think he looked like roast beef?
Because he was injected with some sort of crazy eggplant poison.
Quasi.
Some crazy poison.
All right, guys, that's it for me. Thanks for having me on. I'll see you later.
Tyler, out. Strongman. All right. Thanks for coming on again, sir.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate it, as always.
Britt, it's in my contract that it says I always do a Hulk Hogan movie.
Oh, okay.
And if it's not Hulk
my
Hogan, it's
guest
James Bond.
contract.
I must not have read the fine
Yeah,
print.
that's okay.
Actually, that's a good point. This is kind of halfway between a Hulk Hogan movie and a James Bond movie.
It is.
So this is the perfect Tyler movie.
And it had like the lift and everything.
And the telescope.
Telescope.
Shit. Wow. I couldn't have picked a better movie for today. All right. All is well. Fuck yes. All right. All right. We watched Shadow Warriors 2, I guess, on DVD that I bought disguised as Shadow Warriors 1 from Movie Stop. And yeah, I guess it gave us a surprising rating. I don't know. I'm fucking confused.
Nothing is real.
Okay. If you'd like more information on Second Class Cinema, go to Facebook, facebook.com/Second Class Cinema. If you'd like to listen to our show, okay, you can find us on iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn, secondclasscinema.com, and followingfilms.com.